Joined now from London by defence specialist and war games columnist at foxnews.com, Allison Barrie. Good to see you, Allison.
Hi, Jonathan. Thank you for having me.
How is merry old London? Does it miss me?
Jonathan, there's actually snow here. I kid you not.
Yeah, I heard they're getting some rough weather, but it's probably still warmer than it is here. Anyway, moving on. Allison,
yes.
Interesting thing you've been looking into. Waste recycling developments? Do tell.
Yes. It's funny, Jonathan. I don't know if you remember, a couple weeks ago we did a story together on taking garbage for the Army and turning it into fuel downrange, out at a base. And I can't tell you, Jonathan, I got so many emails from guys out in Afghanistan and Iraq saying, I've got a ton of garbage. Thank you for this idea. How do I get one of these machines? Do you have any other ideas? So for all you guys out there, here's another idea that I love. It's called Big Bellies. And what it does is it's kind of like a self-sufficient trash compactor. So it's solar powered, and all by itself it kind of monitors how much trash is in it, and it compacts it. So you can end up with getting about 5 times as much trash in one trash can as you would a normal sort of bin that you'd see out on the street. Really smart idea. Saves money, saves resources, saves fuel and energy at the time of the crews that have to go by. I mean, one of the interesting things that I discovered, Jonathan, is that on the civilian deployment of these, it costs about $2,000 per trash can annually for collecting these bins. So if you can save the time and the energy of workers, redirect it in the military, to things that are more useful like body armor or any sort of weapons advancements, much better to spend that money on that than on trash collection, if you ask me. So
yeah, sounds like a very smart idea. Now, who's developing this, and how and when is it going to be deployed?
Well, already been deployed. We had some really adventurous green soldiers down in Georgia at 2 bases. They bought some, and they've been down there since 2008. But recently, Natick in Massachusetts, people would be familiar with Natick because they're responsible for all those really cool advances that are more directed at the personal soldier. So equipment, weapons, airdrops, these sorts of things. Natick just purchased 12. Their base is in Massachusetts. 10 outdoors, 2 indoors. The indoors ones clearly can't use solar power, so those plug into the wall. But they got those in late fall, and I was just speaking to them this week, and they absolutely love it. They're really happy with it. It's just making a huge difference because from one computer screen, they can monitor all of their bins throughout the. It's about 78 acres. That's a lot of land if you're going to have to collect. So, their feeling is that it's already saving them time and money, which I love. In the future, I'd love to see this rolled out more widely at our bases. As I'm sure our viewers are probably aware, the Army's actually been quite forward-leaning about going green. Maybe some people will be surprised by that, but this technology, it's not made by the Army. It's made by Big Belly Solar Power, made in America. But the Army's been very forward-leaning in developing their own things. So this is part of the Net Zero program. So the idea on the trash side is that you have a zero landfill policy. So any trash that's created on a base would be recovered, reused, recycled, so you end up with a zero landfill. The same idea is with energy. There's been lots of advances in energy, where the idea is on a singular base, any energy that you use, you more than make up for in the energy that you produce, sort of on a net annual basis. So there's a number of bases that are, it was surprising, Jonathan, so many bases. This pilot program launched about 2 years ago this spring, and so many bases wanted to participate. And Fort Detrick is in 2 aspects of it, 2 tracks. I think they're in the water track and the waste track. Don't quote me on that. But a number of bases are working on it abroad and at home. So we should see lots of advances coming out of these pilot programs beyond the Big Belly rollout that I'm looking forward to.
All right, very exciting stuff. Thanks, Allison.